Hello everyone and welcome to this weekly reading. This is for the week of September 8th of 2019, and I really wanted to stand in a glorious sunbeam today because our message is not a Sabian symbol. I don't know why. I think they're looking to take a break and recalibrate a little bit with me, but instead we've got this very cool version of the lovers for this week. I want you to really take this card in. I wish I could remember the name of the deck, but it's like a hippie version of the tarot, and I just love this. It's got the lovers always has the man and the woman pictured naked in the card, and they've got these very groovy tattoos all over them. And we've got this peace-loving, crazy-ass angel at the top with the glasses on and big old bushy hair. I just love this. And the words that I'm getting is wild peace. And also, I'm bringing this in from a client reading that I just finished. Live and Let Live. And I really want that to be a theme song from the Beatles. I think it's the Beatles. Live and Let Live, or Paul McCartney. I want that to be our theme song this week. The thing with the lovers is it's just a very even-tempered kind of energy. It's not about right and wrong. It's not about heroes and villains. It's about there being just roles that we all play. People wake us up to more of what we can be. Winds of change come through and awaken us in a way we couldn't have awakened to before. It's all good, people. That's what I want to say from this sort of wild peace angel we've got with us. Just live and let live. And the very best thing you can do, and this has been my mantra since I started my work in this realm, and particularly with the Blue Sky Shop, is if you just watch your own experience, you be that wild peace angel, and you watch these people, whether they're masculine in their energy, feminine in their energy, or a really nice mix of both. You just watch as these people around you just seem to harmonize with you, no matter where you're at on that day, no matter where they're at on that day. I have seen this actually happen not only with myself, but people that I've witnessed, these particularly in work settings. Because you spend a lot of time with those people in the work setting. I notice, when people are in a spiky mood, and then more spike comes out at them. But the more settled they are, the more even tempered. That's another key word for this week. Be tempered. And I want you to think about those of you who are bakers out there, or love to be in the kitchen creating. It's how you temper eggs. When you've got when you need to mix a hot liquid into eggs, you do it a bit at a time. You don't just dump in all of the hot cream into the eggs. You end up with scrambled eggs. Or when you're trying to emulsify a dressing, you don't just pour in all of the oil at once. It separates. It's just this, the energy I feel is this easy nature to it. Take it easy, and don't just dump in all the hot cream or all the olive oil. You got to take it bit by bit. This is this energy of this wild peace angel. It's like, just cool it, man. Just cool it. You can't expect to reach a harmonious state. You can't expect to be in this tempered place if you're just like, if you're just, blasting your horn from the rooftops. Not everybody's in a place to hear that. Okay, so this live and let live, if you get a chance, maybe right after this reading, go listen to that. I'll put a link to that. I'll find it on YouTube and put it in the description box of the YouTube listing. And I just feel like it's important. Live and let live, all right? So we got 3 cards this week, and before I get to them, if you want a private reading with me, if you want to go deeper on this or any subject, you can check out my offerings for astrology or card readings at blueskyshop.com. Bluesky-shop, shoppe.com. I love to do readings for people, and I have lots of really affordable options because I learn a lot as I access your energy to do those readings. And just so you know, these are recorded readings, so you can view them as many times as you like, or some people are one and done. You know, they get what they need. So just go check out what I've got. I would love to work with your kind of big blue sky self energy. All right, 3 cards this week, and this is what this wild peace angel is saying to you, okay? That can help you get into this tempered kind of a state this week. It feels really important to get kind of even, all right? It's not a blast off and blast out kind of energy. So this is the back of the first card. This is from the Endarian crystal deck, and it's Endarian Cobalt Blue. Oh boy, I feel Archangel Michael there. I often feel him with this deep cobalt energy. Allow my energy to shift your spirits, bringing fresh perspectives, insights, and awareness. See your life situations through the highest perspective, not from the ego. And believe me, the ego is the place that loves to blast the trumpet, that loves to have its voice come out above all others. It doesn't like tempered. The ego likes to be in the extremes. Let go of the need to be right and making others wrong. What was I saying in the intro? Choose happiness time and again, and you will win. Allow my soothing and cooling, vibrant blue energy to cool off your fiery disposition and soothe you, so you can see your life and the circumstances in it with a neutral, peaceful heart. All is well, dear one. Fear not. Great magic, alchemy, and forces are on your side to bring a victory for you. A small shift in attitude may be called for. Allow my magic to do the rest. Really beautiful. I'm letting you take that in a little bit. You know, and what I'm getting here, I'm not sure if any of you have ever tried the oil company doTERRA. They have this cream called Deep Blue. It's also an oil. And it's very similar in its smell to Bengay. And that's the feeling I'm getting. You put Deep Blue on when you have inflammation going on. When you're inflamed. It is something within the body that is literally like on fire. And that goes, this is being given to me because there can be something within your being that is on fire. And you know, sometimes in my readings, I love fire. Sometimes we need that to get us worked up. And that can be really healthy. But that isn't the energy for this week. You need that healing balm of the deep blue. Or like picturing yourself sinking into a deep blue ocean and you're the only one out there. And you just feel this cosmic carrying of you, of the ocean. It's just like when you float in the ocean and the waves are taking you and you just go up on the crest and down, and it's this gentle bobbing and knowing that you're just cared for. It's like easing into a very deep, plushy lounge of some sort, you know, a chair that you can put your feet up, that you can settle back, that you can know that you can rest in this beautiful space that will hold you and just cool it. That's really the energy I'm feeling, like cool it. And that's the energy of Deep Blue. Something's inflamed and it's not going to help you. You know, this wild peace angel is saying it's not going to help to keep going on that inflamed pathway, because it's inflaming everything about your energy down to your very cells. And that's not working with the best energy potential we have for this week. So just cool it. Live and let live. The second card is from the Flower Therapy deck. And this is balance friendships. Lots of themes of balance. This is what the Lovers card is all about. It is about balanced relationships in every way. Whether they're love, work, friends, family, and any relationships. Balance. Evening it out. Tempering it. Very strong energy. This is the... Oh boy, I'm not a flower person. I'm just going to go with African daisy. I think it's like the Gerber daisies are also what these are. Very hardy little suckers. This says your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. This is part of that tempering energy I'm feeling. And what I'm getting imagery of, I said in the first card about the ocean. And what I see with you is you're up on a surfboard on the ocean, you brave soul. And there's this energy of just like you've got one foot in front of the other, you know, and you're just gliding back and forth. You've got to change your stance now and then within your friendships, within your closest relationships. You've got to sometimes be willing to give a little and to say, you know what, that other person is in this space and I'm not helping them by inflaming further around that subject. Or I'm in a certain inflamed space, and seek out the comfort and the cool-headedness of the other. Seek opposites is what I'm getting. And that will allow you, like the 2 feet on the surfboard, and the ocean is unpredictable, just like life. Okay, we never know how fast those waves are going to come in or the intensity of them, their height, you know. So it's being able to, I really think, finding that opposite other. But that takes recognition of where am I at? And sometimes we're in that really inflamed state. And sometimes we're in this sort of healing balm state. We're in a place where things feel pretty peaceful and settled. And you want to help balance that. And know that you play a part in all your relationships and what you can bring, how you can bring balance to another. Overall, I get the sense we all need to be moving into this very soothing, cool it kind of energy of not being all fired up. And I mean, recently I was getting imagery in my own life of like a cobra with its hood coming out. And that was really right for me in that moment of what I was dealing with. But I just don't, it's just that energy tide is shifting right now. It's not helpful to be the cobra and to be all like, no, you know, it's, or super protective or super outspoken. It's just, and this feels like such a dramatic departure from last week's message. This feels much more, keep in mind, this beautiful, wild, peace-loving angel here. It's just, and where that's actually a wild state is to be in a sense of peace, is to not be inflamed for once, to not pick Democrat or Republican, or Trump lover or not Trump lover, or any of this mind mess that's going on this planet. It's taking people off their game. The more you pick sides, the more you're imbalanced within yourself. You can't even find a place of balance from there because you're too busy picking sides. And again, with the surfboard, you've got all your weight on one foot. Guess what? You're going down. That's not how you ride the waves of this reality. You have to find the balance. And that's a personal endeavor. And that is your personal responsibility. And so sometimes you have to be the healer, you have to be the soother for another, the healing balm. And sometimes we are the one that can help to inflame another. We can get them jonesed up, and by inflamed I mean passionate. I mean showing, like, show up and show that you care about your life, that you want to be here, that you want to make the most of it. But it's the balance of these two. It's not one or the other all the time. So just check your own stock about where you're at and find that sort of gentle balance. And know that you play that role for other people too. You're a part of that mix. The third card is from my Radiant Rider Waite deck, which is a traditional tarot deck. And you have a Major Arcana card. To go with our Major Arcana card of the Lovers for this week, you have the Hierophant. This is energy of knowing your wisdom. This is essentially like the Pope. This is higher authority. And so I feel like for you this week, you need to sink into a deeper wisdom. And what I'm getting with this card, I mean, I don't often interpret it this way. It's like that sanctuary of those of you who have been to church. There's a real, and I'm talking, I can only go from my own experience. Going into the Catholic Church. You go in, you put the holy water on yourself, and you pay, respect as you're going into the pew. You kneel. And you go in, and there's a real reverence about it, and it's a great level of it. I'm very happy I had that experience in my life, and I revisited it recently when I went to a funeral in the Catholic Church, and the word for you is reverence that's coming up here. To really look to your own reverence, to really look to. Do you know that in any day, in any moment, that you can find peace? That you can find that feeling of whether you're going into a church or you're going into a library. We have a beautiful library in our town. And when we go in there, I learned from a very young age, you're quiet. Library voices. You immediately quiet it. That's the real feeling I get with you for the Hierophant. It's not, and that you can access that wisdom, and the only wisdom, it's really simple, is peace. That's it. Look at this angel we've got. This funky, hippie angel here with peace on the shirt. It's just peace. And that is like the ultimate reverence of all. But I feel like this week you just got to get quiet. You got to get in that space of like an inner sanctuary and just say, you know what? It's going to be okay. I just need to find my peace. I just need to know that things are working out for me. I might not feel like it right now, but I can find the peace in this moment. I can feel the breeze blowing. I can know the sun's coming up every day and it's going to set at night. The moon's going to appear. The moon's going to go through its phases. The waves are going to keep coming in at the ocean side. There's going to be wars. There's going to be hurricanes. There's going to be droughts. There's going to be people that die. There's going to be people that are born. But through it all, it's just a sense of peace. It's this cycle that you can count on. But you have to find that inner sanctuary. And I want you to think about those of you who have had that very reverent church experience, or going in a library and it's just quiet so that people can really take in the words that they're reading, no matter their age. Or going to the Grand Canyon if you've never been there. My mother's word for it was so perfect, and it was reverence. It is such a sense of awe that we are a little speck within the universe and yet are so important for creation on this planet. We're a part of it. But you gotta find the peace this week. It's very simple. Inner sanctuary and peace. And let the rest of it just melt away. Because it will take care of itself. The world will keep moving on. We can count on it. That's it, everybody. Find the peace. Live and let live. Find the words of your private, wild, peace-loving angel. And just cool it. Bring the inflammation down. Okay? Gonna be a good week. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.